ground ball up the left side. Pass, roll in. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
State Semis final softball on tap here today with the first of two semifinal games. It's the number 3 seeded Kindred-Richland Vikings versus the unseeded Thompson Tommies. The Vikings with the victory here yesterday over Central McLean 11-1 in that 6-inning game, as the Thompson Tommies upended the number 2 seed, the Renville County Mavericks, 8-1 in their quarterfinal game yesterday. They match up. Winner will get the winner between number 1 seeded Beulah and number 5 seeded Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. So it's the Tommies and the Vikings facing off. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Irie Insurance pregame show online, IrieINS.com, the website for all your insurance needs. Contact your local agent at Irie Insurance. Here, remember to contact them about hail policies to protect your crop with Irie Insurance. The website, once again, IrieINS.com. So far, we've reached the midpoint of this 2023 Class B Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. Here with the quarterfinal rounds yesterday, victories for Thompson, Kindred-Richland, Beulah, and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood set up the semifinals here today in the consolation side of the bracket with Renville County, a 10-0 victory in 5 innings over Central McLean, and Hillsboro Central Valley with a 9-0 victory in 7 innings here over Deluxe, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. Sets up here for tomorrow's first two games are on the docket. It will be Central McLean and Des Lacs Burlington. Lewis and Clark in the 7th place game at 10 a.m. After 35 minutes after that game wraps up, it will be the 5th place game, the Consolation Championship with Renville County and Hillsborough Central Valley. And then we'll have the 3rd place game where the losers here between Thompson, Kindred-Richland, and Beulah Mayport CG Hat Northwood will face off before a 6:30 championship game to decide the North Dakota State Class B Fast Pitch Champion. Here we'll come back. Here we'll get you some coaches' comments, some starting lineups, and a first pitch coming up. Kindred-Richland, Thompson, Vikings, Tommies facing off on yourliveevent.com.
Several different types of crop hail insurance policies. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We at IRE Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an IRE Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Kindred-Richland Vikings, Thompson Tommies facing off here with a state championship game appearance on the line here on yourliveevent.com. This is your IRE Insurance pregame show. Let's get you your pregame coach's comments. Head coach for the Kindred-Richland Vikings is Sam Brandt.
Brandt for here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings into the state semifinals, and for a program that's been there before, but girls that have been there before as well after last year's run too, with a lot of them coming back. So knowing how to navigate a quarterfinal into a semifinal, how does that help you this year?
You know, it always feels the same. Butterflies are still there. The nervousness, the pressure is always a feeling that you have in these big games. We've been working for it all year. So we have to just settle in with ourselves, lean into each other, and make sure that they understand and trust that they have all the things they need to be prepared for this game. So we're just going to stay loose and have fun.
Tommy's a familiar program as well, too. What do you know about this year's team and what they can do that you have to be on the lookout for?
You know, Coach Chandler's got always such an athletic group of kids, you know, so I know they're going to hit the ball. I know they're going to be fast on the bases, and I know they've got a couple good arms. So it's just us leaning into each other. We want to be able to put the ball in play. We hit. It's a different game. So we're going to rely on our defense, which is our strength, and then make sure we put the ball in play and limit the errors and play the game hard.
All right, sounds good. Sam, thanks so much for the time. Appreciate it. Best of luck with that afterwards.
Yeah, thanks.
Sam Brandt, the head coach of the Kindred-Richland Vikings, with our pregame coach's comments as the Vikings take on the Thompson Tommies. We'll hear from their head coach, Matt Chandler, when we come back on yourliveevent.com with your IRE Insurance pregame show.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Kindred-Richland Vikings, Thompson Tommies, state semifinal softball here today on yourliveevent.com with this audio-only broadcast authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the NDHSAA. Here as we continue our pregame coach's comments, head coach of the Thompson Tommies is Matt Chandler.
Well, here into the state semifinals and facing a familiar opponent in the Kindred-Richland. Let's just go back here, recap everything from yesterday, though, just kind of how you felt you guys played there in that victory over Renville County.
We played our cleanest game of the year, no doubt. The kids were locked in, We had the break from the region tournament to the state tournaments. It seems like it's a long time, and I think we had our best practices leading up to the state tournament, and it showed yesterday. We were phenomenal on defense. Sydney was good in the circle. We had clutch hits. We advanced runners with our bunt game. They did everything I asked them yesterday, and I couldn't be more proud of them as a group, and hopefully some of that carries over to today.
You look again right for here today. It's a state semifinal. Kids have played in big games before, but do they still feel the nerves, the pressure, or at least do you see that as the coach out there?
I didn't. I haven't seen it yet. I think I've got them to believe in this mentality where it's one day at a time, one pitch at a time, and have a belief in each other. If mistakes do happen, we're going to pick each other up, and just that belief in themselves that no matter what happens, we can fight through the adversity and we can give ourselves a chance. What is it that your team, you can't let Kindred do or get into that groove in that you got to avoid for them? Kindred's just a scrappy bunch, well coached. They run the bases very well. They're going to throw strikes. Defensively, they don't make many mistakes. Sam's been around for a long time, and she runs a good program, and her kids know what's going on. And even more importantly for them, they have a lot of tournament experience. I mean, they've been in these semifinal games. They've been in championship games. So if we can jump out to a lead early, I would be really pleased with that. But really it's going to come down to whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to be victorious today.
All right, Matt, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Best of luck. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you very much.
Matt Chandler, head coach of the Thompson Tommies. Our pregame coaches' comments here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll get set here for our starting laps to come your way, followed by the first pitch here on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
And now we bring you your starting laps brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. You can live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar online, crystalsugar.com. Here today, the 3-seed Kindred-Richland Vikings will be the away team. They'll be in the field first, so the batting order for the Thompson Tommies, they will come up with Sydney Schwabe, followed by Drew Schwab, Olivia Dick, due up 1-2-3 here in the first inning. Maya Workin bats fourth, followed by Summer Haig, Kaya Hurst, Kirsten Lopez, Marley Kurtz is the designated hitter here today, and Claire Coling will be the left fielder for the Tommies. They will face Danica Rath, the pitcher for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Kenzie Fuchs behind the plate. Cora Johnson at first base. Mary Mauk here at second base. Leah Rowland at shortstop. Avery Arman at third base. Leona Schmitz in left field. Jansen Jordheim in center. And Anya Essling in right field. That's your starting laps. Brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. They're grower-owned. Find out more information online, crystalsugar.com. First pitch, strike one. Here from Rath to Schwabe. And a swing and a miss. Quick 0-2 hole now for Schwabe to lead off the game for the Tommies. Tommies here today going with the black pants with the white jersey tops. Here matching that green batting helmet of Schwabe as she takes this pitch for ball one. 1-2 the count. And here this one is swung through, tagged on there, held on to, so strike three. That's our first out. So one down brings up Drew Schwab. Schwab on the right side. He had a little infield hit yesterday, 1 for 3. And this pitch comes up to her, up high for ball one. Schwab will be pitching here today for the Tommies as they rotate around the pitcher, second base, and center field. Inside pitch off the handle of the bat, fouled off for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Schwab will pitch. Sidney Schwabe will go from pitcher to center field, and the center fielder Myra Workin yesterday will go to second base with a little trio of changes. 1-1 pitch stays up high. It's ball 2 from Danica Rath. Rath with 5 strong innings in the 6-inning win yesterday against Central McLean. Cora Johnson came in to pitch the last one. Rath 8 strikeouts, just a couple hits given up, 1 run in the victory. Here's the 3-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Might have hit a little bit of it as it bounced away and fall, but either way, it's strike 2. 1 down and the base is empty, top of the first inning. State championship game berth on the line here today between the Thompson Tommies and the Kindred-Richland Vikings, and a ball 4 fills first base for Drew Schwab. Olivia Dick now bats.
Now hitting for the Tommies.
Here's Dick, the catcher for the Tommies.
Olivia Dick.
will step in here on the right side.
Schwab at first base here after the 1-out walk. See here if the Tommies want to use some of that athleticism up and down the lineup they have and try and go in motion, move those runners over. Being aggressive, something that Coach Chandler talked about yesterday. 0-1 after the first pitch, 0-2 after this one swung on and missed. Here for a hole for Olivia Dick, number 3 hitter in the Thompson Tommy lineup. Maya Workin on deck. Barring a double play, will get a chance. This one swing and a miss, strike 3. Rath picks up her second K. And the strikeouts are something we've seen a lot of this tournament. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we've had 7 pitchers so far here with double-digit strikeouts. And this one, runner goes. Schwab to second, stealing. The throw ends up into center field, so Schwab will take the throwing error all the way to third base. Did not go into the slide as she saw the throw sail high at second, so she just keeps running. Drew Schwab goes all the way over to third base. Here, and Maya Workin has a runner there, trying to get that first run in. First pitch, up high for a ball. It was 2 outs in the first inning yesterday for Thompson when they got the bases loaded, and Kaya Hurst did a bases clearing double for that early 3-0 victory over Renville County. They defeated the Mavericks 8-1. Here's 2 balls, 1 strike, the count now. Drew Schwab with the 1-out walk, a stolen base and an error, putting her on third. Pitch popped up into center field, and it will be Jordheim there to catch it as she gloves it for the 3rd out. So the walk and the error do no damage as that runner is stranded on third base. To the bottom of the first inning on your iRe Insurance scoreboard, Thompson and Kindred-Richland were scoreless on yourliveevent.com.
Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
The Vikings pick up the bat and come to home plate as Leah Rowland leads things off for Kindred-Richland. Graham Auk, Avery Ammerman, Mackenzie Fuchsa, Danica Rath, Eliana Schmitz, Cora Johnson, Anya Essling, and Jansen Jordheim, the rest of the batting order. First pitch, ground ball over to shortstop in time as Hurst puts enough on it to get it to Haig with the great stretch at first base. And one pitch, one out. Economical efficiencies to start off there here in the bottom of the first inning. Malk now bats. This first pitch is popped foul out of play. Drew Schwab pitching here for Thompson. Olivia Dick behind the plate. Summer Haig at first base. Maya Workin at second. Kai Hurst at short. Kristen Lopez at third base. Pitch runs inside and hits Malk. Hit by pitch off to first base. First runners on for the Vikings. Claire Coyne is in left field. Sydney Schwabe in center field. Taylor Gemmel, the flex player, in right field for Thompson as they take their defensive positions. One down, and the little runner goes halfway, stops the ball's flight into right field. Had to make sure it was going to drop in front of Gemmel. It does. Aaron puts two runners on now. So Ummerman with the quick at bat there with the single, and so far just been 4 pitches and already through 3 batters for the Viking lineup. Mackenzie Fuchsa will bat now. Power hitting catcher. And she'll take the first pitch, tailing away from her outside for a ball. Here's Fuchsa looking to drive in some early runs. The Vikings the lead. Giving some room to play with, relax there defensively. Not truly relax, but feel comfortable defensively out there in the field. Pitch missing for ball 2. Here with Ramhawk at second base, Eimerman at first base. Hit by pitch and a single to right field. Here's a pitch inside on the handles, and we're going to call infield fly as Lopez will catch it at third. Infield fly was called, though. Batter is out. And will be the second out. Danica Rath comes to the plate. First pitch, ball 1. Rath from the right side. Stole 5 bases yesterday in the game, and this time she lines one down the left field line, and it will twist foul. They're twisting down that line. 210 down the left field line, 210 down the right field line, 220 straight away center field. Here are the dimensions at the South Hills Outball Complex in Minot, site of the state tournament here this year. Now this one, that will pop off the glove of Hurst, diving for it at shortstop into left field. Coling got there quickly, and the runners had to hold just enough that Malk wasn't able to take a turn at third, so it will be a single to load the bases for Kindred-Richland. Here, so one down, bases loaded, bottom of 1. As Coach Chandler comes out of the Tommy dugout to toss that bat across, as Rath getting rid of it, basically rolled into the Tommy dugout. Here's the first pitch now to Schmitz. It's a called strike. Eliana Schmitz trying to come through with 2 down in the inning. Bases loaded. This one evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Drew Schwab looking to try and pitch out of this jam as a ball just grounded foul down the third base line, going wide of the bag. And now Schwab gets ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here, we'll see what can come through. It's called strike 3. They get out of the jam. Schwab gets the strikeout, and the bases are left loaded for Kindred-Richland. After 1 complete, we're scoreless on the Irie Insurance scoreboard. 0-0 to the second inning we go on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Top of inning number 2, Summer Haig, Kaya Hurst, Kirsten Lopez. 5, 6, 7 batters for the Thompson Tommy lineup come to the plate. They're facing Danica Rath for Kindred-Richland. First pitch is swing and a miss, strike 1 to Haig. First baseman for the Tommies. Rath gets set here, working quickly. Rocks delivers the pitch, swung through, strike 2. Rath, pair of strikeouts, a walk. There's also one error defensively behind her on a throwing error. She tries to locate on the outside part of the plate, but just off the black, ball 1. Tough pitch there. Haig lays off it though and takes ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here to the leadoff batter for the Tommies in this second inning. Here's one. She reaches out and nubs down over to first base. Johnson will field. She'll throw or take it to herself, and that will be out number 1. 3 unassisted.
Now hitting the shortstop, number 13, Kaya Hurst.
Brings up Kaya Hurst. Hurst with the big game yesterday. With the 3 RBIs. And she'll swing and miss through this first pitch. For strike 1. And Rath delivers now another nubber over towards first. Johnson will field, and she'll flip underhanded. Not in time as a little bobble and couldn't get it to Mauk, and Hurst will outrun it. And the error, allowing the runner to reach first base. Umpire coming out looking at a softball before he hands it over to Rath, and double checking there. So runner on first base, 1 down. Kirsten Lopez showing bunt here very early. Before Rath is on the pitching rubber. Now she pulls it back. Runner goes for second. The throw is offline into center field. They're going to break for a third. The throw to the third base comes in time to get her. There, so Hurst will technically steal second base, but be thrown out at third on what would go down as a 2-8-5. And that is the out and erasing the base runner. So 2 down now. And Kirsten Lopez will bat. It's an 0-1 count. This one grounded here to Armand at third, bobbles it. She'll throw across the diamond. Not in time, and so that will be the 3rd error by the Vikings early on as some defensive miscues. There, and that will put that runner back on first. So Marley Kurtz will bat now. This one pop fall. So 3 early errors by Kindred-Richland, and had they not got the great throw from Jordheim out in center field to erase the runner going to third, would have had a 4th. 0-1 count, and the pitch low, even up now to Kurtz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kurtz, the designated player today, hitting for the right fielder Gemmel. This one hit into right field. It will drop in for a base hit, and station to station, everyone moves up a base. And by everyone, I mean Kirsten Lopez goes to second base on the Kurtz single. So, Tommies with some 2-out extend the inning magic here, just like they had yesterday. Just now trying to see if Claire Collin can get a run across. Picked up an RBI yesterday. She bats with 2 outs, and this one lifted here into right field, but right to Essling, the right fielder, and that will be the 3rd out. So a pair of errors, but 2 runners left on base. And after 1.5 complete on your Irie Insurance scoreboard, Thompson, Kindred-Richland. We're still scoreless on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Cora Johnson leads things off, and the first baseman chops one down to Summer Haig at first base. 1 pitch, 1 out on the 3 unassisted. Haig taking it to the base herself. And the quick out brings up Anya Essling. Essling takes the first pitch, strike 1. Schwab working with some pace here. Moves this one up high, though. 1 ball, 1 strike. And already back into her motion as this one also runs up top. Here, 2 balls, 1 strike. Thanks for joining us here today for our coverage of the 2023 North Dakota Class B Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. Here from Minot. Thanks as well to all the sponsors you've seen here throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. They're the one that allow us to be here with our coverage. Their pitch comes low. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Anya Essling at the plate as the pitch comes into her. Off the handle, it's shotted over towards second base, and a little flare shot from Maya Workin to range in as she goes to her left and makes the out. Picking up that soft liner. 2 down. Base is empty. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Jansen Jordheim. First pitch to her, ball 1. Jordheim with 4 RBIs yesterday, and she lines one right to the glove of Lopez at third, stabbing at it out of reaction, and the L5 to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, both rosters through the first 9 batters. Here with no runs coming across, so that means we're scoreless on the Irie Insurance scoreboard.
Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, Broadband Voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Top of the 3rd inning, top of the order coming up. Sydney Schwabe, Drew Schwab, Olivia Dick to lead off for the Tommies. Against Danica Rath, first 9 batters she's faced her first time through the order. She's given up 1 hit, has 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Here she's also had a batter reach on an error. Here's the first pitch, and it's popped into left field for a base hit for Sydney Schwabe. Setting the table here to start the inning. Board there, so Drew Schwab will come up.
Now hitting pitcher number 2.
Oh, sorry there. Nope, Colleen was, hold on. Where did I get my... Here we go. So, yeah, here comes Schwab now. And a little bunt there. Runner will try and go for a third, and she does. So this, was she safe at, no, out at first. Out at first. Ooh, we might have runner interference. No, they're saying a tag. Okay. Okay, so it will be a tag, so. Oh, so out of the base path. Okay. Okay, so trying to avoid the tag when out of the base path. Result remains the same. It's an out and a runner on third. There, so Sydney Schwab, they're over at third. Now here's a ball hit well into left field. Going back, making the catch. Runner will tag. The throw comes home, and not in time. The first run of the game comes across. There, so the sacrifice fly. And the RBI goes to Olivia Dick. The first run comes through. Here, so.
Now hitting number 3,
Move there, move that there. Sacrifice fly there for the RBI as we get everything corrected there on the book with the out of the base path runner there. So the run comes through. It's 1-0, your IRE Insurance scoreboard. Remember, visit IREINS.com, the website for your insurance needs. Here's Maya Warkin. Here takes a ball on that pitch. 2 down, bases are empty. And this one flied into right field, shallow right. Who's coming out? Who's going in? Essling will call off Mauk, and that will be the out. Flying out to right field, but a leadoff single comes around to score on a sacrifice fly, and the Thompson Tommies lead on your IRE Insurance scoreboard 1-0 over the Kindred-Richland Vikings on yourliveevent.com.
104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Spring is here, and the scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. IRE Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at IREINS.com. IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Kindred-Richland Vikings come up in the bottom of the third with the top of the order coming up, trying to do what the Tommies did in the top half, and that's play to run. See if they can get the equalizer here in the third inning. Leah Rowland, Ramok, Avery Ammerman. Ball 1, strike 1. Here's this one grounded on one hop right back to Drew Schwab, the pitcher, and an easy throw over to first for the out. 1-3 on the ground out for the first out here in inning number 3. Brings up Ramok. Malk here will bat for the second time. She was hit by a pitch and was left at third base in the first inning when the Vikings had the bases loaded but couldn't get a run in. Now ground ball left side at third, fielded by Lopez, stretched by Haig at first, keeps the foot on the bag and gets the out. 5-3 on a couple of infield ground outs. It's 2 down with the bases empty here in the third inning, bottom of the third inning. Avery Ammerman will bat now. And she'll squirt one over to first base. Haig will grab it. She'll take the stride over to first herself. And a very quick inning, 3 ground balls, and it's 1-2-3. No runs, hits, errors, runners left on base. 3 innings complete here in Minot as the Thompson Tommies lead the Kindred-Richland Vikings 1-0, your IRE Insurance scoreboard.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Top of inning number 4. Thompson Tommies come to the plate. Summer Haig will bat first. Then Kaya Hurst and Kirsten Lopez. Here's the swing and a miss. For the strike. Haig led off the second inning here with a ground ball to Johnson over at first base for the unassisted out at first. And this one is grounded to second. Nice snow cone stag by Mauk at second. And that will be the out. So the 4-3 out. Great play there at second. Mauk showing her range to her left with the glove hand. Kaya Hurst now bats. 0 for 1, reaching on error today. Here she looks to come up again. Ball 1 here. Now a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here. Leave here, 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Here with Hurst. They're popping this one up into shallow right field. Essling will call for it, and she's there for the out. Essling being reliable out there in right field. Picking up the fly ball out. And that brings up Kirsten Lopez. 2 down. Here as Lopez comes to the plate. This one called a strike. Kirsten Lopez reaching on an error. Her first at bat. And was left at second base. Rath losing the grip on that pitch as it rolls its way to home plate for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's Danica Rath delivering a little pop of the glove that time. Is off the plate, but throwing some velocity on that one. 2-1. Here with 2 down. Swing and a miss equals it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Here with the bases empty. Here's Lopez with Kurtz on deck. Here's a shot into right field that will drop in front of Essling. And a little 2-strike, 2-out hitting will extend the inning for Thompson. Brings up Marley Kurtz. Kurtz singled her first at bat. Sent one to right field. Right field's been busy here with a lot of right-handed batters going the other way in this one. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Fuchs will get it. Throw down to second is not in time. And Lopez will get to second safely on the pass ball. Which was ball 1 to Marley Kurtz. Tommy's open for a little more 2-out action here. Is this one nubbed and fouled off? Just hit the plate, bounced up, and then foul territory down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Danica Rath set to deliver. And this pitch comes in low for a ball. Rath here with 2 outs in the 4th inning. 47 pitches. Here with the 1 run given up. I think the thing that's most impressive about this one here is we get a swing and a miss. Even count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Only 30 minutes into this game and we're already in the top of the 4th. Moving at a quick pace. Here comes the 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second. And this one scored it right side to Malk at second. And the underhand toss to Johnson at first will be the putout to end the inning. to the bottom of inning number 4. 1-0. Thompson leads over Kindred-Richland as the Vikings come to bat. That's what we read on your Irie Insurance scoreboard.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Kindred-Richland will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning with Mackenzie Fuchsa, Danica Rath, Eliana Schmitz to bat. Pitch runs up high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mackenzie Fuchsa. Hit an infield fly her first time up. Runners on first and second. Popped it up to third. This time she'll pop it up to short. Here's Hurst is underneath before they pop up. Out number 1. As we get that pop up there, we look out to our left too. We do see a couple darker clouds there as we get a ground ball back to the pitcher. Schwab will field throw to Haig at first, and Danica Rath out on 1 pitch. We'll bring up now Eliana Schmitz. Here with 2 outs and nobody on base. Schmitz will take the first pitch, low for a ball. The forecast did say some rain here around this time, maybe a little later this afternoon as we get a ball into right center field. Drops in between Gemmel and Schwabe, and that will be a 2-out single. So Schmitz picks up the hit, puts her aboard at first base, and brings up Cora Johnson. Johnson grounded out to first base, back leading off the 2nd inning. She faces Schwab for the 2nd time. Pitch low for ball 1. And this one comes inside. Ball 2. Talking about that weather, just of note reminder here with we'll have the coverage of the next semifinal coming up between Beulah and Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. And we will get those games in today with the lights and everything here. We'll deal with rain when it comes, and if we have to pause, we'll pause, but we will get the games in today. Here's a 3-0, ball 4. Johnson walks on down, while Schmitz moves her way to second base. Anya Essling will now bat. Essling had a liner over to Workin at second base. A little soft liner back in the 2nd inning. Under coming up later tonight, too, for the Thompson Tommy baseball in their semifinal against Central Cass. We'll have that audio-only broadcast for you here. Chase Miller over at Corbett Field. Here where this pitch is popped up now, fall territory, over to first base, Summer Haig. A little sidestep over, and just like she's waiting for a rebound or something, able to get it, and that's the pop-out to end the inning. So 2 are left on base, and it's 1-0. The score remains. You're going to the 5th inning on your Irie Insurance scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back step, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Claire Cullen comes up, and the first pitch she sees, she sends out to right field, but right to the right fielder, Anya Esley, and that will be fly out number one. Here in the top of the fifth inning, so now the top of the order coming up with one down and nobody on base. Sydney Schwabe. Here she's 1 for 2 here today. Struck out in the first and then singled leading off the third. Went to third on what was trying to be a sacrifice bunt, but with Schwab exiting the base path on the way to first, would be called out there, and Schwab would go all the way to third, coming to score on a sacrifice fly, and now she'll single to left field, same spot she singled last time, and puts her aboard at first base. So Drew Schwab will bat now. See if she looks to lay down that bunt again. Time going to be called as Schwab will step out, take a little practice cut, and right back in. She walked in the first, stole second, went to third on a throwing error on that steal attempt. Then, as mentioned, laid down a sacrifice bunt, but was called for leaving the base path, trying to avoid a tag down that first base side. This one fouled off here. 0-1 the count. This one called a strike, runner goes, and the throw hits the runner. It's not dodgeball, so Schwabe safe at second base. Here's the throw towards that second base side, and with that head first slide, she's in safe with the steal. Pitch was called a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down, runner on second base. Schwab trying to move her along. Pitch comes up high for a ball. Thompson with that 1-run lead here in the fifth in a quickly paced softball game. Here's one lined. Fall. Stabbed at by Johnson at first, but did not get the glove on it. Here, so it will be a fall ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schwabe at second base. In here for the pitch to Schwab at the plate. Now it's fall to the backstop once again. For timing purposes here, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, and Langdon, area Edmore, Munich. Here, as that's our semifinal on the baseball diamond. That one just getting started here. And then after that game's done, we'll have the other semifinal with Thompson and Central Cass. Here's a strikeout now as Schwab goes down swinging. Brings up Olivia Dick. Dick with the sacrifice fly to drive in Schwabe, her last at-bat. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in her first trip to the plate against Rath. Rath here does have 3 strikeouts against 4 hits and a walk here in the game so far. 1 ball, 1 strike. She splits the first 2 pitches to Dick. And now on to the pitching rubber, and ground ball, third base side, as Coach Chandler showing some good defensive positioning there, getting down in front of that one as he fields it bare hand. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a ball lifted into left field, coming over and making the catch on the run is Schmitz. Eliana Schmitz on the run, gloves it, and that's out number 3. Runner strand at second base. Here, and we go to the bottom of inning number 5, your Irie Insurance scoreboard. For more information, visit IrieINS.com, the website. Thompson leads Kindred-Richland 1-0.
Congratulations on a great season from Dakota Natural Gas, American Crystal Sugar Company, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Bloomfield Enterprise, RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton, Hillsboro EDC. There's more at exit 104. Goose River Bank, Mayville, Hillsboro, Hatton, Irie Insurance, IrieINS.com, Halsted Telephone Company, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Good luck, Tommies, from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies! Jansen Jordheim will look to be a table setter at the bottom of the order, with the top of the order following up behind her. Jansen Jordheim, Leah Roland, Rhea Malk to bat. The strike called. Here, and Jordheim stepping out. Will walk down third baseline, now back in, and this one hit fall. Here, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter at the bottom of the 5th inning. Kindred-Richland has 3 hits. They've left 5 runners on base, including leaving the bases loaded in the first inning. Here's, again, can't straighten it out. Jordheim will fall it down the left field line. Looking out here and just curious there. Won't make anything of it yet. We'll just see here if that anything changes when that batter comes up. Here's a pitch here for ball 2, followed up by ball 3. Full count now here to Jansen Jordheim. And this one will center to first base. Oh, and we got a tent coming out on the field, as that just lifted the tent over the fence. Quick reaction by Sam Brandt there in the third base coaching box. Saw it come through. It was taped to the fence at third base side, and it just blew right on over the fence. So the pop-up tent getting taken down. Everyone's okay. Didn't hit anyone, but like a giant tumbleweed coming across the field. So momentary delay there as we get all that fixed. And we do glance down at the flag, and the flag is blowing pretty good right now. Here, and coming in from left field, blowing towards that first base line.
Now hitting shortstop, number 1, Leah Roland.
So Leah Roland will bat now. Here, and the pitch is ball 1. Roland 0 for 2 today. The pair of groundouts, 1 to shortstop and 1 back to the pitcher. Pitch comes inside. Ball 2. Here, so the wind definitely blowing. We see some of the other tents and shelters that spectators have popped up, either trying to strap them down a little bit, or they just got someone holding them by the legs right now just to make sure that we don't get a repeat of that tent blowing through the field. 3-0 the count to Leah Roland. Runner on first, nobody out. Called strike. 3-1. In the bottom of the 5th. This one popped up here, and that will hook a little bit in the wind to go towards center field, drop into no man's land, and the throw to second is in time. Jordheim had to hold up, see if it was going to get caught. When it dropped in, she broke, but not far enough out as Schwabe gets to it and throws out the runner. So the fielder's choice there on the 8-4 putout. Jordheim out at second. So one down and a runner on first. And the pitch here to Brehamok is ball one. Coach Chandler coming out here, and we'll see what the discussion's about. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in the bottom of the fifth inning, one down on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Conference in the circle is over with. So everyone heads back to their places here, and a strike delivered to Brehamok. Now here she'll lift this pitch into right field, down the line, and in fair territory. Rolling away from the right fielder, Gemmel. They're going to take the turn as Roland comes around third base. She is safe at home. An RBI triple, and the Kindred-Richland Vikings have tied things up. Brehamok had a triple yesterday and hits another one today, right down the right field line, and then it bounces away from the right fielder. And that sends Roland all the way around third base to score and equalize the game here in the fifth inning. So Avery Ammerman now trying to keep the good times rolling for the Vikings. They got that go-ahead run, one base away. And this one lifted down the right field line. This one will also hit in. And the same thing, rolling away to the fence. The run will score. Ammerman coming around third, and back-to-back RBI triples. The runs come in, and Kindred-Richland takes the 2-1 lead. There's the right-handed batters going away. And they're going to appeal, saying the runner missing first base. Nope. The appeal is denied. It's Coach Chandler saying, are you sure? And it will stand. So it will stand here with Ammerman and Mauk, back-to-back RBI triples. So now Mackenzie Fuchsa comes in, and not typically you'd see her show a bunt, but she did that time. Takes it for ball one. Last two hits, both down that right field line, and then landed and rolled into foul territory up against the fence. Here where Gemmel had to cover a lot of ground to get to it, and a lot of base path eaten up by the Vikings. Here's the pitch to Fuchsa. Outside for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Viking catcher. Here's Kindred-Richland trying to get back to that state championship game. Taking a loss to Central Cass last year. 3 balls, 1 strike. Check swing. Oh no, called a strike. Called a strike, and Fuchsa was already running down to first base. She gets there, turns around, they're like, gotta run on back. And she's like, oh, okay. Here, so will be a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on third base. Fuchsa. Now she takes ball 4. And so that will be the walk to Phil first. We'll see here if we have the courtesy runner. I believe we will. And I believe it should be DeBoard. Yes, Remy DeBoard will come in to run as the courtesy runner for the catcher, Fuchsa. So substitution there. Danica Rath will come to the plate here. I want to get that scorecard all corrected. Here the Vikings in this one have gone walk, fielder's choice, triple, walk. Here to put runners on the corners with one out and Rath at the plate. And on the first pitch, a throw down to third as the runner breaks for second. DeBoard will take the stolen base. Ammerman hustles back to the third base bag. So Schwab running into some trouble here, pitching in the fifth. Gonna try and work her way out of it. Bunt attempt down here with the safety squeeze. They'll throw to first, get the one. No relay home as it just, Haig couldn't grip the ball on the transfer as she was trying to get it back. Trying to go from glove to hand after getting the out at first. So no return throw home. So the sacrifice bunt for an RBI. There will bring in the run as Ammerman comes in to score, and DeBoard goes to third. So 2 outs. Here's the ball one. Here to Eliana Schmitz. This one, ball 2. With the runner on in a 3-1 game.
Third base here for Kindred-Richland.
Pitch a called strike to Schmitz. Schmitz, the 7th batter. Here to come up in this 5th inning with 3 runs coming across for Kindred-Richland. Here's a pitch fouled to the backstop. Schmitz 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a single. Here she's trying to bring in an extra run here. Create some separation in this 5th inning. This one, off-speed pitch, pulled the string on the changeup, strike 3 swinging. But 3 runs come across for Kindred-Richland as they take the lead now on your Irie Insurance scoreboard, 3-1 over Thompson as we go to the top of the 6th inning on yourliveevent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Maya Warkin, Summer Haig, Kaya Hurst batting for the Thompson Tommies in the top of the 6th inning. And to get the offense back going after they gave up 3 runs in the bottom half of the 5th. Ground ball towards third. The throw gets wide to first base. Warkin will take the turn and go to second. Warkin will be aboard at second base now to lead off the inning. Error or hit with error? Because with that speed, looked like she might have beat it out.
Now hitting, playing first base, number 7.
We'll go with the hit with the error. So the single there, infield single. Warkin then safe at second on the throwing error.
0 for 2 here today in this ball game.
Here and will be ball 1 now to Summer Haig. 4th error by Kindred-Richland in this game. Ground ball left side, slow roller at short, off the glove of Rowland, and everyone's safe. There's so an error back to back for the Vikings.
Number 13, Kaya Hurst.
Here puts runners on first and second. So Sam Brandt comes out, talks things over, might have a pitching change coming in. We'll see here. 3-1. Kindred-Richland leads over Thompson. Irie Insurance scoreboard.
Chris From RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Top of the sixth inning, we'll stay here with Danica Rath in the pitching circle. As Coach Brandt comes out to calm down our defense. 5 errors in the game now for Kindred-Richland. The errors so far have not directly contributed to any of the one run scored by Thompson. As a ground ball up the middle, here's it, rounding third, the throw, no, hold on, the runner going to retreat back to the bag, so Warkin rounding third, taking a big turn, and then Coach Chandler throwing up the E-brake sign, and the single will load the bases. So fill them up here with nobody out, and now we will have the pitching change coming in. So Cora Johnson going to come in to pitch. Danica Rath will go over to first base. We're back after the warm-up pitches here in the top of the sixth. Bases loaded for the Tommies.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Cora Johnson will come in to pitch for Kindred-Richland. Big spot here in the top of the sixth inning. Bases loaded. The Vikings currently lead 3-1 after the 3-run fifth inning outburst. Johnson trying to bring out the fire extinguisher here and cool down. This Thompson lineup right now as a couple of errors and a single have hurt to load the bases. Ball 1, ball 2 to Kirsten Lopez. Reached on error and singled in her first 2 at-bats.
Quite an outing for Rath. She was only hit 3 times here in this contest, surrendering 1 run here in this state semifinal.
So the 2-0 as we get a fresh softball thrown in. Lopez back in the batter's box, and the pitch missing for ball 3. Johnson step into the back of the circle, just kind of a little practice of that delivery. As she delivers, ball 4, and the run comes in, making it a 1-run game. Here a 3-2 game. Still nobody out. Here's the Tommies have the bases loaded. Will be Marley Kurtz coming to the plate. Designated player today, 1 for 2. She singled in her first at-bat, grounded out her second. She'll take the first pitch, watch it through for a strike. Tough to lay off, but you have a new pitcher coming in. Big moment here, just went 4-pitch walk. Yeah, you might be a little patient there. That one misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, the base is juiced. And this one is a called strike 2.
Number 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson taking calls from.
Here's Kurtz steps out now, collect herself, little practice cut. Looks like a little choke up on the bat as the pitches fall off out of play. And some groans from the crowd. Sounds like we got our first windshield of the tournament. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And fall tipped. Fall tipped here to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. 1 run has come in to score for the Tommies this half inning. Cutting it down to a 1-run game. Trying to at least get that equalizer coming up. as this one is up high for ball 2. Cora Johnson on in relief. Here's the pitch. Here's a liner to the glove and dive to the first, double play by Rath. As Rath gets 2, the run does come in, but they get 2 outs. Or no, Haig stays at third, so she doesn't come in. Does not come in. I take that back. So the out there on the line out, there right to the glove of Rath, and then she dives over to first base, get the double play. Here, so now Claire Colling will come up to bat. She's hit 2 well-hit balls over to right field. Here, an 0 for 2 today. And this one grounded through on the right side. The game is tied as they're going to send the runner around. Hurst coming to the plate, dives in, and the Tommies take the lead. Tommies take the lead on the 2 RBI single from Claire Colling. Grounds it through the right side of the infield. Haig will score. Hurst, little bit of hesitation as she rounded at third base. But she hits the Jets down the line, dives in safe, and makes it a 4-3 game. Here, so Sydney Schwabe in the top of the order come up with 2 outs now. Big 2-out single from the number 9 hitter. Now the top of the order, the pitch comes inside. Schwabe dances out of the way. 2-0 the count. Thompson answers the 3-run Viking inning with a 3-run inning of their own here in the 6th. Now Cora Johnson delivers the pitch, and that's a called strike. And a state championship game appearance on the line for these 2 teams. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Here's the long wait here in between pitches. The Vikings get a fall pitch to the backstop, 3-2. Vikings here in their 10th state appearance. They've made it every year since 2013. The last state title came in 17 when they went back-to-back. Here with their 3 total state titles, 14, 16, and 17. Here, and this one popped foul. Oh, to play. Tommies here, their only time they've been to the state title game was in 2021. Their loss to Central Cass. Here's their back here for the 5th straight time, 8th time overall as a program. Last year, taking that 7th place game. Here,
Here's the 3-2 pitch.
of course, looking for their state title. Here's a pitch outside for a ball 4.
The free pass over to first.
So Schwabe walks, and that brings up Drew Schwab. Schwab here has walked and struck out and then called out for leaving the base path on a sacrifice bunt attempt. So 2 outs, 2 on. 3 have come in to score. Johnson doesn't like that ball after that pitch. She'll send it back in and ask for a fresh one. So 1-0 the count. 2 out, 2 RBI single from Claire Colling as she stands on second base. And now a little inside jam shot. Look out down the line as one ducks and covers. 1 ball, 1 strike. The other run coming in on a bases loaded walk. Here to Kirsten Lopez for the other run this inning for the Tommies. Right now, maybe the biggest play was that liner to first as Rath gloved and got the double play to get the 2 outs. That's the only 2 that the Vikings have been able to get so far. Pitch misses for a ball, and before the next one, Schwab calls for a time. Steps out, steps in, takes the pitch, and falls it off out of play.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Schwab here today 0 for 2 with a walk in that first inning. Went as far as third base. It's the only time she's been on the base path. Here she'll poke one right to the glove of Rath at first as she'll grab it and touch the bag for the out. But 3 runs come across for Thompson in the top of the 6th. And they now lead Kindred-Richland 4-3. Your IRA Insurance scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Cora Johnson will bat, then Anya Essling and Jansen Jordheim for Kindred-Richland. 0 for 1 on the first pitch. Here is delivered for a strike, and then Schwab comes back with ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson 0 for 1 here today with a ground out and a walk. Here is, she'll take that pitch inside, ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This one grounded towards shortstop, picked by Hurst, throw across the Hague, the bounce, and the runner's safe. There's the error. And that will be the first error by the Tommies in this one. Remy DeBoard will grab a bat, and she will come to hit for Essling, I believe. Yep, so Remy DeBoard batting so far. Essling in the game 0 for 2 with a line out and a pop out to first, sorry. So DeBoard comes up in the pitch hitting appearance.
Number 4, Remy DeBoard.
The runner on first after the leadoff error. Error last inning, or top half of the inning rather. Helped to bring in some runs. Here 2 unearned runs scoring. Top half of the inning to make it 4-3. Ball 1, ball 2 from Drew Schwab to Anya Essling. Essling calling for time. Now into the box, and Schwab onto the pitching rubber and delivering this one. Base hit up the middle. A straight diamond cutter up the middle, and the pinch hit single for Remy DeBoard. Puts the go-ahead run on base here, and it looks like we're going to have Sydney Schwabe coming in from center field. She'll come in to pitch. Schwab will go to second, and Workman will head out to center field. So they'll make the substitutions, get the warm-ups, and we'll come back here with Kindred-Richland threatening in the bottom of the 6th on yourliveevent.com.
Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
So the substitution here as, oh, hold on.
Now pitching,
We're bringing everyone into the dugout.
Number 1, Sydney Schwabe.
Everyone is leaving. Do we have a delay coming up here? Yes, I believe we have some lightning in the distance. So we will have a weather delay here. So when we figure this all out, what's that? 20 minutes? 30? Well, okay, so we're going to have a delay. Where we left off here, Sydney Schwabe was coming in to pitch. Kindred-Richland trailing Thompson here 4-3 in this bottom of the 6th, and the Vikings have runners on first and second. Stick with us here as we'll take a break. We'll figure out what we're looking at as far as the time frame of this rain delay and see what they tell us here as we'll come back here on yourliveevent.com.
Several different types of crop hail insurance policies. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We at IRE Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an IRE Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Well, the information we have now as the rain has started to come down, we are in a lightning delay here in Minot. So the rain coming down, just coming in after the pause in play. Right now, the current resume time would be 5:34, so it'd be 26 minutes from right now. That is if there is no other lightning strikes or anything else that would extend that delay. So the weather delay right now here, and we sit in the bottom of the 6th inning. Thompson Tommies lead the Kindred-Richland Vikings. The Vikings are at the plate. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th with runners on first and second. We just had a pitching change right before the delay as well. So all that will be coming up here. So we will take a pause here as well, and we will come back here in about 25 minutes here with hopefully the resumption of this semifinal game here on yourliveevent.com. Well, we welcome you back here with the weather delay due to a little bit of lightning and a very quick shower coming through, dropping down. We'll see here what else comes through the area here, but teams are able to get back on the field right now. They do have a warm-up period to pitchers get going, get warmed up, everyone play a little bit of catch. So they're going to start taking that right now here as we get everything set to resume in the bottom of the 6th inning. Thompson leading Kindred-Richland 4-3, but the Kindred-Richland Vikings at the plate here with runners on first and second. Here we just had a pitching change too, so it will be Sydney Schwabe to pitch. She's warming up right now for the Tommies. We'll double check here and then we'll run back through with a quick summary of where we are to this point with that weather delay when we come back here on yourliveevent.com with this state semifinal softball game.
School district looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Run back through here with our game update here. Will be a game recap here, but our game update from Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsborough, the Ryan Opdahl Agency. Call 701-436-5777 for Ryan Opdahl for home, auto, farm, health, life insurance there. Business insurance with Ryan Opdahl and Farmers Union Insurance. So we go back here to our first inning where the Thompson Tommies, no runs coming across. In fact, no runs would come across for either team here until the top of the 3rd inning when Sydney Schwabe would lead off for the Tommies with a single. She'd advance all the way to 3rd after Drew Schwab laid down a sacrifice bunt, was called for leaving the base path, and then Schwabe able to go and scamper her way over to 3rd in the confusion. So put her on 3rd with 1 out. Olivia Dick then with a sacrifice fly for an RBI would get that first run across for the Tommies. The Tommies would then have the lead going into the 5th inning, into the bottom of the 5th inning, when Kindred-Richland puts 3 runs across on a couple of hits and a couple of walks here, including a back-to-back RBI triples from Brea Mauk and Avery Ammerman there as they go back-to-back down the right field line for 3 baggers. They both come around to score as well, too, with Danica Rath with a sacrifice bunt, allowing the 3rd run to come in, and the Vikings would take the 3-1 lead. Short-lived lead, though, as the Thompson Tommies come back in the top of the 6th inning. Maya Warkin leads off with a single. Summer Haig reaches on an error. Kaya Hurst would single, and so bases would be loaded. A line ball here after a walk to Christian Lopez would bring in the 1st run, cut it down here, and then a line ball to the glove there at first base of Danica Rath, who moved to first base after being the pitcher. She'd double up there, so 2 outs. But then the number 9 hitter, Claire Colling, comes in and hits a 2 RBI single there to bring in 2 runs and retake the lead here at 4-3. And then we moved where we're at right now into the bottom of the 6th inning. Cora Johnson reached on an error to begin. Then Anya Essling singled. At that point, Sydney Schwabe was brought in as the new pitcher. As Jansen Jordheim was then coming to the plate, the Lightning came out and the teams came in. So that's where we've been at here in this weather delay, as we're scheduled to get going in about 4 minutes here with the Kindred-Richland Vikings at the plate. 2 runners on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vikings trail 4-3 in this state semifinal game. There, as we'll come back here and continue to get you ready for our resumption of play coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Spring is here and the scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. IRE Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at ireins.com. IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Just about to resume play as both teams have done their warm-ups here to get back ready to go, and a little round the horn here for the Thompson Tommies as everyone ready to settle back in their seats. So a little extra time for the popcorn sales at the concession stand, and now let's play some softball. There's that isolated rain cloud coming through. Bunt attempt shown here as Jansen Jordheim pulls it back for Kindred-Richland. Here, and that will be ruled ball one. So, end of the weather delay here. Now this pitch comes in low for a ball. Libby Dick blocks behind the plate, resets. So Sydney Schwabe pitching, Olivia Dick behind the plate, Summer Haig at first base. Drew Schwab takes second base now. Kaya Hurst at shortstop. Kirsten Lopez at third base. Eric Coling in left field, Maya Workinen now in center, and Layla Gemmel in right field for the Thompson Tommies with their defense. Here's the 2-1. Snagged at third. The throw back to first. In time for the double play. Lopez with a leaping grab at third base snags the liner. And the quick throw to Haig across the diamond. They get Essling, and that will be. No, that's Dubord. Dubord was there. There at first base. That somehow got off the mark there, so 2 down now. Here and go. So 2 down now with a runner on second base. Here's Leah Rowland, 1-1 count to her. See here on the pitch coming here, ground ball up the middle towards second base, field throw, and the Tommies get out of the inning with the lead intact. So the rain delay stymies the momentum of the Vikings, and the Thompson Tommies take advantage. They lead 4-3 as we go to the 7th inning on the Irie Insurance scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Thompson Tommy is up to the plate. 3-4-5 batters. Olivia Dick, Maya Workin, Summer Haig. First pitch, strike one from Cora Johnson. As both teams dip it into the relief pitchers here in this one. This one falls to the backstop. Quick 0-2 hole for Dick. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, a sacrifice fly for an RBI, and a fly out to left field.
15 and 16 strikeouts respectively yesterday for those two young ladies.
Here's Dick brought that first run along. Now she'll fly this one into left field, and making the catch on the run is Eliana Schmitz. So the fly out to left for the out. 1 down. Defensive alignment for Kindred-Richland here. Cora Johnson pitching, Mackenzie Fuchsa catching, Danica Rath at first base, Barry Mauck at second, Leah Rowland at shortstop, Avery Ammerman at third base, Liana Schmitz in left field, Jansen Jordheim in center, Anya Essling in right field, re-entering there in right field for the Vikings. And the pitch here tails away. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Maya Workin. 1 for 3 here today with a pair of flyouts, and she also singled and scored a run in that 3-run 6th inning. She led off the inning with a single. Came around to score a run on a bases-loaded walk there to Kirsten Lopez. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Johnson gets him down swinging for out number 2. Brings up Summer Haig. Haig will bat 0 for 3 today. Pair of groundouts reaching on error her last at bat. She'll tap one back to the pitcher, Johnson. She'll soft toss over to first base. A 3-up, 3-down inning, just what the Vikings needed. Now they need some runs, trailing by 1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th here on yourliveevent.com.
Hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Thompson Tommies, Kindred-Richland Vikings. Here it comes down to the 7th inning between these two, trying to make it to the state championship game. Vikings were there last year in a loss to Central Cass. Tommies were there 2 years ago in 21 in a loss to Central Cass. So they're both looking at another bite at the apple in this one as the first pitch is ball 1. Brea Mauk, Ammerman, Fuchsa. The 3 batters coming up. And they're the ones that did the damage in that 3-run 5th inning. Here after Mauk and Ammerman went back-to-back triples, and then Fuchsa walked. But part of those 3 runs coming across. Crossing the plate for a strike, 2-1 the count. Now on Mauk. This one high into center field. Schwabe charging in, long way to come, and she grabs it for the out. That's Workin. Workin now in center field. So Maya Workin in center field, able to cover a lot of ground, charge in, and get the first out. So brings up Avery Ammerman. Here, first pitch to her, strike 1. Singled and tripled here with that RBI earlier. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. For a strike. 0-2. And this pitch on the outside edge, off the outside edge for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, bases empty in a 1-run ball game. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sydney Schwabe looking to slam the door shut. She's got 1 more out to do it, and it's the dangerous Mackenzie Fuchsa coming to the plate. Fuchsa 0 for 2 today. Infield fly rule. She flew out as well, or popped out to shortstop, and then has walked. Takes the first pitch, strike 1. Sydney Schwabe gets ahead. Next one comes to her away for ball 1. Schwabe right on the pitching rubber, ready to go. As soon as Fuchsa gets in the box, here comes the pitch. This one popped up out of play. Kindred-Richland down to their last out, their last strike here in this bottom of 7th, trailing by a run. Here's the pitch to him. This one, blooper here over second base. It's caught! Drew Schwab makes the catch, and the Tommies are on to the state championship game. A flare shot into right field. Schwab runs back, over the shoulder catch, and the Thompson Tommies pick up the 4-3 victory as they will take on the winner between Beulah and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. That game will be coming up next, but first our post-game report here on yourliveevent.com.
Is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Niall with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
The Thompson Tommies on to the state championship game, a 4-3 victory over Kindred-Richland. As the Tommies come into this tournament unseeded, they knock off the number 2 seed Renville County 8-1 and the number 3 seed Kindred-Richland 4-3. Let's look at our game summary in this one, as it was the third inning when Thompson played at the first run. Cindy Schwabe leading off with a single. She'd advance her way over to third, and Olivia Dick would score on a sacrifice fly for the 1-0 lead. It would be the fifth inning when Kindred-Richland would get the offense going. Well, they had the offense going, couldn't get the big hit they needed, though. They left the bases loaded in the first inning, got a pair of base runners with 2 outs in the fourth inning, could not get them past second base. But in the fifth inning, as they get a leadoff walk, then go a fielder's choice ground out, back-to-back triples, a walk and a sacrifice fly to bring in 3 runs here and take the 3-1 lead. But then in the sixth inning, Thompson respond as they lead off, go single, error, single, and a walk here to load the bases, as Cora Johnson would then come in as the new pitcher. Here the second batter she'd face here would be Harley Kurtz, who would line into the glove of Danica Rath at first base, and being able to get 2 outs and keep those runners from coming home there at second and third. But Claire Colling says, doesn't matter. I'm going to hit a ball into right field for a 2 RBI, 2 RBI single, and bring in those 3 runs here to score. And that would retake the lead for the Tommies at 4-3. Kindred-Richland, though, in the bottom of the sixth inning, they'd get leadoff base runners. An error and a single would put them on board. And right as we were making a pitching change, we get a rain delay, a 45-minute rain delay coming through after Remy DeBoard's pinch hit single. It would be Cindy Schwabe coming in. The first batter she'd face, it would be a line out to third and a double up at first for a double play, and then a ground ball to second base. Gets out of the jam right away and brings it here into the seventh inning. Thompson goes down 1-2-3, but then so do the Vikings in the bottom half of the inning, as Schwabe will pick up the save, and the Thompson Tommies will await their opponent here in the state championship game tomorrow at 6:30. We'll have that game for you here with the audio-only broadcast on yourliveevent.com. Stick around, we'll have more to come here, part of your post-game report here with the Thompson Tommy victory over the Kindred-Richland Vikings 4-3.
Congratulations on a great season from Dakota Natural Gas, American Crystal Sugar Company, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Bloomfield Enterprise, RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton, Hillsboro EDC. There's more at Exit 104. Goose River Bank, Mayville, Hillsboro, Hatton, Irie Insurance, IRIEINS.com. Halsted Telephone Company, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Good luck, Tommies, from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies!
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Thompson Tommies with the 4-3 victory over the Kindred-Richland Vikings here, and the Tommies move on to the state championship game tomorrow at 6:30. The Vikings will fall to the third place game as they will both await their opponent, with Buell and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood about to face off here in about 28 minutes here. So let's look here, starting at our post-game awards with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Remember, life takes energy. You can learn more online with Enbridge Energy. The website tomorrowison.com. The energy play in this one is after that rain delay here with Kindred-Richland at the plate with 2 runners on, and the first pitch the first batter lining one to third. Here as Kirsten Lopez makes the play to glove it and hustle it down over to first and get the double play, and that would help to get the energy right away after that rain delay, and that is your Enbridge Energy Play of the game. Remember, life takes energy online. Tomorrowison.com, the website for Enbridge Energy. You get the first ticket? All right. All right. Matt Chandler. Nerves settle down. All right. Well, hey, Matt Chandler, head coach for the Thompson Tommies, joins us after the semifinal victory. First of all, congratulations. Take us through this game here. Very close, obviously, the one-run game, and some late inning, I want to say fireworks, but there's fireworks in the sky too, so we probably shouldn't say that. But here, take us through, able to get that victory.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think I might have blacked out a few times. You think so much about the game, every situation, and then the rain delay. It's almost like you played 2 separate games, and we needed to get 6 outs, and complete team effort. It was timely hitting. When Kindred went up 3-1, we could have folded, and we didn't, and we answered back, and then kicked the ball a little bit there in the 6th inning to start with, and then a base hit, and make the change to Sydney, and then the rain comes. I think the rain benefited us because it gave Sydney more time to think about the situation and process what was going on, and then warm up. So great North Dakota high school softball game. Give Kindred credit. They gave us everything we could handle, and it was fun.
You look at some big moments there, and Claire, in that 6th inning, after that double play that the Vikings got, when you had the bases loaded there to get those 2 outs, came through with a big, I believe it was 2 strikes on her too, 2 strike, 2 out, 2 RBI base hit there to retake that lead.
Claire calling in the 9-hole was huge, and Kirsten Lopez, I don't know what you do running the bases. You freeze on a line, but it was 4 inches off the ground, and she froze, and there was nothing she could do, and Claire in the 9-hole, she picked us up, man. It was huge.
Congratulations here on to the state championship tomorrow. We'll wait to see the opponent is. Right now I'm thinking the spirits are pretty high. You don't care who it is.
No. We came on a mission, and you start day 1 at practice, and you set your goals, and it's always a goal of the kids to get to a state championship, and as coaches and adults, we got to try to reel them in, and it's a process, and they've worked their butt off, and they deserve the right to play in state championship.
Matt, thanks for the time. Appreciate it here. Best of luck. We'll talk with you more tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
There we go. As Matt Chandler here for the Thompson Tommies after their 4-3 victory over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Here as Sydney Schwabe going to come over and join us first for some of our players of the game. And Sydney, congratulations to you and your teammates. You're going to the state championship game. Let's talk about that first. What's that like?
It means a lot because our team has worked really hard for this. And we work together. We pick each other up. Like if someone's not having a great game, we'll pick them up.
For you to come in You're going to be pitching. What's going through your mind when you're like, all right, let's go, and then almost immediately they're like, no, hold on a second. We're going to have a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, that was hard because I was just like ready to go, I guess. But yeah, I knew my teammates were going to make plays for me.
What was the team doing in that weather delay to stay focused, stay ready?
Well, we went into that locker room over there, and yeah, we just kind of talked about the game and different situations.
All right. Well, hey, and able to come out and get the victory. I mean, what more can you say about this game, right?
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. Looking for a fun one tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sydney Schwabe here
Thank
for
you.
the Thompson Tommies. Congratulations here. Best of luck tomorrow. And we're going to hand it down here as Sydney got the save. Drew got the win here today in the pitching circle for the Tommies. And what? You're okay?
I know, I'm just nervous.
Oh, you're why are you nervous? What's there to be nervous about? It's just a microphone. Here as we go, and Drew, congratulations to you and your teammates in this one. Take us through as you were able to get things going here today.
Yeah, it was a really fun game. At the beginning of our game, our coach told us, just throw strikes and let the defense do the rest. We've got an amazing catcher behind the plate. She calls the pitches for us, and, they're really good pitches, and so we have a lot of trust in our defense that if they put the ball in play, our defense will get it out, and I don't know, just the trust that we have in the team and everyone else.
For you, when that play came to you at the end of the game over at second base to make the catch, can you relive that right now, or what's that like?
I think just don't drop it. I was like, come on, don't drop it. So I don't know. I think my nerves were like really going, so I don't know. I just ran and go, don't drop it. I don't know.
Hey, you didn't drop it, and now you get to play for a state championship tomorrow. So, Drew, congratulations. Best luck to you and the rest of the Tommies here tomorrow.
Thank you.
There we go. As Drew Schwab here for the Thompson Tommies, and we'll also be joined here with Olivia Dick as Olivia comes over, and congratulations here to you as well too.
Thank you so much.
There's a lot of smiles going on around now
yeah.
for you Tommies, and what's the thought here as you get to go to a state championship game?
Excitement. We're just excited. We're ready to go. We're excited. This was our goal, was to get here. We came in unranked, but we knew what we could do. We knew what we were capable of, and so we got one more game, and we're going to prepare for it tonight, and then we're going to go out and play hard tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to ask you just that thing. You come in unranked, you knock off the 2 seed, you knock off the 3 seed here. What's this team done to do it here to be resilient like that?
Just staying positive and playing together. Our coach has told us all season that it's anybody's tournament. There's so many good teams in the state this year, and it's whoever can play the best 3 games at this state tournament. And so that's our goal, is we got one more left to play, and we're just going to play together and pick each other up.
All right. Well, hey, it looks like we're speeding things up between games, so we're going to have to cut this a little short so we can get ready for the next one. But congratulations. We look forward to chatting with you more
Appreciate
tomorrow.
It. Thank you.
There we go. As Olivia Dick joined us here for the Thompson Tommies in their victory in the semifinals over the Kindred-Richland Vikings, as we do look out. And, yeah, we're already almost through infield, so we better hurry up here as our RDK Enterprises precision play in the game. Precision play in this one was the double play. The double play right as the rain delay was wrapped up. A liner to the glove at third and the double up at first to get the 2 outs after that delay. And that helped get the Tommies the momentum right away. That's your RDK Enterprises precision play in the game. PlanterDoc.com, that's the website for RDK Enterprises. You're hoping you wrap up a safe spring planting season. When you want to revisit the performance of your planter, contact the guys at RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough and Drayton. And our post-game connection here from Halstead Telephone Company. They are how to connect. HalsteadTel.com, the website. The connection in this one, they're calling from the 9-hole, that 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run single in the 6th inning to give the lead back for the Tommies. Big hit there, big connection there, and that proved to be the game winner for Thompson as they get the victory 4-3 here the final over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Because of the quick turnaround now here between games, our stats will be available for you here a little bit later. rjbroadcasting.com will have the game recap scores available there as well. You can go check that out here, and we'll have that for you later here tonight as we got to do a quick turnaround here to get ready for our next semifinal game. That's coming your way. We thank you for joining us here for semifinal number 1 with the Thompson Tommy 4-3 victory over Kindred-Richland, as you saw on yourliveevent.com.